Hey guys, today I want to address a topic that I'm sure you've heard before, but that is never more important than in moments when the ground is pulled out from under our feet. In this case, that's probably what triggered the breakup. To wit, we are the buzzers of our decisions. We are much more likely to take things for granted when they are positive and we didn't have an exact goal, than when we get negative things off. That's when the question of how that could happen and how we avoid it in the future comes up much more often. This is one of the reasons why people who actively use the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule over and over again are generally more successful than the average person. Or to put it more simply, what doesn't work or is ineffective is thrown out of life and what proves successful is adopted. This approach can be applied to anything. It's just that people always complain about others instead of looking at themselves. Best example, women. It's my own choice to ignore red flags with her and instead just pay attention to how she makes me feel at a given moment. If she ends up leaving me because of one of those red flags, it was my own fault. Of course, you could say that I didn't recognize the features on her because I was blinded by limerence. But even then, the bottom line is that I decided to allow too much too fast before I knew about all of her circumstances. That is my decision. Or do you guys see it differently? If so, you probably tend to externalize your problems. Then a problem that you could solve quickly becomes a statement like, "That's just the way it is," or "That's just the way it has to be." Don't let such a mindset develop in the first place. Stand by your mistakes in the past. Analyze again and again what worked well and adopt that. What does not work, you leave. Be it the decision about a relationship or just the friend who hasn't changed in 15 years and got stuck sometime after puberty, just dragging you down and thinking that he is doing you a favor as well. It is up to you to decide here. It's up to you to change direction and become the man you want to be. I think very often during the day about what decisions would bring me closer to my goal right now. Just being in that mindset often keeps you from stagnating by not being in your comfort zone so much and being content with that. Yes, of course, this is easier said than done. If I look at myself, for example, should just develop myself communicatively and with other people. But I never lose sight of my main goal, which is to develop into the man I want to be. That's exactly why I'm taking this step right now. I want you to understand that it's up to you. You have more influence than you might like right now and you could use that right now. Even if it's just the decision to have a pack of chips in your hand and think, "No, I'd rather go for a walk or lie down on the couch without absent-mindedly stuffing my face with pure fat." It's the little things that add up in the end. Built on those you have a whole different foundation and self-esteem. It's okay to fall down sometimes because you don't know or realize certain things. Even with big and important things. As long as you see the mistakes that really bring something. The ones you have made. The ones you see now and learn from for the future. I can't see this stupid meme anymore. Fall down, pick yourself up, crown yourself, move on. No, you should think about why you fell on your face. Or whether the path around the table might have been smarter than the one over it. And in this case, you don't have to make every bad experience yourself. Educate yourself in time and learn certain things. Especially in relationships, you can be so much more responsive to your partner in most situations than you just think. But only if you've done your homework on psychology and bonding. You can take a relationship to a whole new level if you've ignored red flags at the beginning and seem to be stuck in a dead end, by not acting the way most of us have been taught to act since childhood. But if you really respond to your partner. And I realize that you think you're already doing all that. You would respond to your partner. You do everything humanly possible. But you only use the tools that your experience gives you. Transfer this to job, hobbies and friends, there it is the same principle. It is up to you to get the right tools to get ahead. It is your decision that counts at every moment. Do you read about commitment types to save your relationship, or do you prefer to eat chips on the couch next to her and wait for the next fight? Yes, that's a silly example. But is the daily routine you're used to and appreciate so much bringing you closer to your goal of being the man you want to be? Probably because of such a daily routine you don't even have an exact picture of this man in your head. Now after a breakup and in no contact, where every moment you're not busy makes you think of your ex, is the best time to start filtering what decisions led here. Set a clear goal and use this time. And yes, I know this is not easy. Changing yourself or anything is not easy. It never is. But you always have to think to yourselves as well, the majority of people would take the easy way out. You only stand out from the crowd if you dare to take this step. Your ex usually took the easy way out. The way that seemed the most natural to her. She had a feeling about it. Maybe she thought that you would never change or that it was not worth working on it with you. Because that's how normal people are. It is hard for them to change something. Now it depends on you. On the small decisions that lead to the man you want to be. So show your ex and especially yourself that you stand out from the crowd. That's all it takes to become happy again, and this attitude and charisma will make you attractive for people of your caliber. Even if you don't feel that way right now. What awaits you at the end of the path and what you get in return is absolutely unimportant. The important thing is the path itself. Wanting to change because of something like that, for example because of the ex. That can work. But your motivation will decrease at some point. It is better to look at yourself and see how you are progressing. Start doing something in the right direction. Do not worry unnecessarily. I will definitely not tell you that everything will be fine by itself. Because it is always up to us. And that is unpleasant. Sometimes you can't and don't want to remind yourself of that, when everything seems unfair and bad again. But it is the only and fastest way out of here. Take care and see you in the next video.